Alright, big teeth. Yep.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Real Ones. Today we have the whole gang here. I think it's been a while since we've last sat together and discussed, because that's what we do. We discuss. We do not talk. We discuss. Any of us have any topics at hand, ready, loaded?
Yeah.
I want to start off with.
I'm gonna go get Snapple.
Have you guys heard of the
I love
man,
Snapple.
the coconut guy?
Oh, I think so.
All right. Well, basically, right? He's very, very horny guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I don't have a flashlight. I'm gonna use a coconut,
Mm-hmm.
and
Sounds
then
like me.
started fucking the coconut, and then like. Obviously, as all fruit does, it starts to rot. And after he's jizzed in it like a million bajillion times, it get pretty icky, as well as, it rotting. And then it was like, oh, it smells terrible. And then, he's like, you know what? I'll give it one last fuck. And then, you know what happened when he stuck his penis in there?
What happened?
Maggots everywhere.
Oh,
Hey, Technomancer, have you stay out my fucking personal life, alright? I do my business, you do yours, alright?
listen.
You promise not to talk about her on the podcast.
Okay, you're. I'm back on the fruit thing. I'm sure you know coconuts. I'm sure we've all heard of the grapefruit method. I love the taste of grapefruit myself. I find it to be one of the better citri. I think that grapefruit are honestly very underrated, but
Yeah, I like both.
it has nothing on grapes. Grapes,
I think that
hands down, best fruit ever. And I know
You guys ever seen those like Chinese long grapes? Like they're really long.
The green ones?
Nope. They're like black and they're really long.
Champagne grapes.
Yeah.
I like purple grapes. I do not like the white grapes.
like
Why
the
are these
wine?
called white grapes? They're green.
Listen.
They're literally fucking green.
They
They're green.
explode in your mouth. They're so tasty.
The green ones.
No,
are
like
the green ones.
Mm-hmm.
purple grapes are fire.
They're
Have you
both
ever had one like fresh off the vine at a vineyard? It tastes like blueberries.
I used to have a grapevine. Grapevine at my house, and then we took it down because there's too much to manage, I guess.
Yeah.
I also had a peach tree, but I guess I was also too much to manage as well.
I had a peach tree too.
It was so good when I was little, but then it attracted mosquitoes and bugs.
Oh.
And then we cut it down because.
Yeah, we always have a
Where's
kiddie
the
pool filled with water and dirt so the mosquitoes come.
Yeah, and then I come over the very top of it, like I'm going over the seal, and I just scoop it all up. But anyway,
Okay.
on the topic of grapes, have you ever had cotton candy grapes?
Oh, those are
my
fun.
lord.
I have not had those in like 41 years.
Was
You
it?
woke up a memory. I forgot about those.
Yes.
Oh,
It
my
was at the back of my little goop cave, and I just had to slither it on out.
What is a cotton candy grape?
A cotton candy grape.
It tastes like cotton candy.
Is a grape that tastes like cotton candy.
All right, here. Let me describe. Right, it's a green grape.
Mhm.
Looks exactly like it,
Yes.
but when you bite into it, it has that like artificial cotton candy taste,
Mm-hmm.
but it's natural.
It's like you're at
Or
a
maybe
carnival.
not. I love GMOs. I love GMOs.
I love plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, my lord.
I love
Microplastics.
sunflower and seed oil.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
red
know, I
40.
went to the mall the other day, and I think this is going to get the weird thing about malls. But I went to the mall, and there was a whole store about oil. Not like essential oils, but like cooking oil.
Was it an Italian store?
Like olive.
Like, yeah, they had like olive oil, like other oils.
Definitely Italian.
That has to be a money laundering scheme.
Can I deliver a very hot take?
Yes.
Olives are just bad grapes.
I've never ate an olive.
I don't want to have an olive because it looks and smells repulsive.
Bro, I fucking love olives. I like putting them on my fingers, and I like olive
You
fingers.
drink the juice when it comes out the can,
Of course.
like the black olive juice.
Yeah, chug it.
Ugh.
It comes on top of the sandwich, and then I throw away the sandwich, and I just look at the olive until it's so intimidated. Okay.
I buy all the black olives at Subway, so nobody else has to order them.
Mm-hmm.
What a good man you are.
Oh.
Thank you.
Now, in that same mall, I was actually in the mall to look for a new pair of shoes. Because, if you don't know, I have giant, gross gremlin feet that spans the width of 16 yards. I have toenails that cross the border, and the stench is unbearable. And I just want some Jones to cover them up.
Can I add something?
Hi.
Yeah. I said, can I add something?
Yes. Yes.
We're you know, like the tongue on your shoe.
Uh-huh.
The laces are just barely holding it together.
Yes.
Like your feet are gonna burst it open.
See, that's why I was shopping for them. It literally spills over the sides. It's my big feet are so wide. It spills over the side, and every time I try and put on my shoe, I have to get like the chainsaw, and I have to and it just doesn't work. And I just want something a little less complicated, you know? So I went looking for shoes, and I've had perfect shoes that they fit great, but they broke. The bottom of the shoe flapped open, and it was completely unusable. I still used them for about 3 years, but it was completely unusable.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
Can I have a hot take?
Yes.
About dude, strawberries. I don't know what it's been, but I feel like every time I have strawberries, it's either too sweet that it's like mushy, or it's too sour that I just can't consume it.
Every time I eat brain matter, I'm put into the penitentiary.
Same.
Okay.
2 days ago, I just want to point out that I had some of the best strawberries of my life. I'm talking about the
give me
perfect
some.
taste.
All right, here.
Perfect
There's
sweetness.
different types of strawberries.
Grass and everything on
Canal,
top.
That's because their strawberries are bulbous and they have like 10,000 chemicals and pesticides that make it
Listen
taste
to
like
me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know, they're kind of big strawberries. They're darker, and they have like a sweeter taste.
Yeah, those are good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
And then there's the smaller ones that are brighter, but
They're
like
gross.
they're less sour. I mean,
Yeah.
they're more sour.
Yeah, they're fucking gross. I hate those ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know?
I think that's all I get nowadays.
Yeah.
About a couple months ago.
You know, when you go to like Sam's Club, those are a type of strawberries with the GMOs in it. But I like that. I like that.
Artificial flavorings on my... You know, I had strawberries from Sam's Club about a month ago.
I would go to Sam's
They
Club, but I only like
s-
supporting companies that dump like plastic in the ocean, so I'm not going to go to Sam's
you
Club.
know,
I don't
listen,
think I've ever been inside a Sam's Club.
it's like a Costco, but for
I love
for
Costco.
bigger
I've always thought of it as like another Walmart.
No, it's massive. It's like one of those ones where you buy like industrial sized of everything. Like even the strawberries, you get a massive, and you know they were so delectable and delicious. I even ate the grass on top of them.
Oh.
And they were so yummy.
I've done that.
You're feeling healthy?
Yeah.
Is that how you eat salad?
I don't eat salad.
That's funny.
Why? Listen, just because I don't want to support these little stupid those kale vegans. Every time I think of a vegan, I eat 3 times the meat I would normally, just so that like those couple people who think they're making a difference, they don't. And let me tell you, I eat a lot of meat. I scarf like I'm like a monster. I just like You know, you go into the store, it's the whole meat section, and you get all those different types, like filet mignon and all the other stuff. I just kind of grab them and start eating them with, like, the plastic and everything else, like, wrapped on it.
Yeah, speaking of meat, I had some barbecue chicken
Ooh.
legs.
Oh. Ooh.
Barbecue chicken.
Was it fried?
No, it was good, though.
Okay.
Not everything has to be fried.
Well, if it's not fried, I'm not eating it. So.
I eat deep fried Oreos. Listen,
those are
Yes,
fine.
you eat them.
Those are
I had some.
I
some
think they're overrated.
Authentic homemade tamales the other day, and they were delectable. You know, those Mexicans can make a meal.
tamales.
I love the Mexicans.
Absolutely can make a meal.
You know,
They may not speak English, but they can make a hell of a tamale.
Hell of
Have you guys ever seen I'm not sure if we should let this name on the internet because it might expose our location. So you might want to bleep this the first part out.
Okay,
Big T.
I'll put that in my notes.
But have you guys ever seen the groceries?
Yes.
That
No.
is definitely a laundering scheme. I drive by there, and there's no one there.
Oh,
Yes.
oh my
It's
god.
like
No
Oh,
one
I
in
know
there.
what you're talking about.
stuff, right?
That is how it is still there and in business will always baffle my mind.
It's been there since my parents were young.
Oh, okay. So how many years is that?
I don't know.
2.
Like 60?
I don't know. I mean, they're pretty old, so like, and 100 is like the biggest number, so like 100.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100 is the biggest number, 0 is the smallest number, somewhere in that
I
range.
thought the biggest
my
number
part.
was 17.
No, it's 100.
How- What?
What class?
No,
are you
you're
guys in?
stupid.
What class?
I'm
are you
in.
guys
I'm in ABC 1, 2, 3.
I'm
you
only
I'm
in
in
ABC 1-2. You suck.
yeah, he's
No,
on the
I'm in
advanced
Why'd you
class.
spoil?
now.
Why'd you have to spoil the spoil
I'm
the
an-
lessons?
I'm an
I thought-
I'm an AP ABC.
Listen, oh my! I don't even know what you're doing. You're probably doing like addition or something. I
Oh,
don't even want to hear
no, if
about
we're on
it.
the topic of
That's
math,
next year. That's next year, dog.
Okay. Listen,
if we're on the-
I'm too
every
retarded
time
to
I
be in a
think
math
I'm
class.
close to getting a new number, I remember when I first learned about 16, I was blown away because I didn't learn about that in no class. I did that all by myself. I was like, 15.
How do you think numbers are invented? Like someone just goes into the class and new number just dropped 101.
What?
No.
No, wait.
no,
What?
this is not real.
Wait, wait. Say that again.
Stop
So,
the cap.
how are new numbers even made?
No, say that
Someone
number.
plugged
Say that number again.
101.
What? I never even.
How did you come up with
Oh
that? What?
my god! Oh my
Okay,
god!
Technomancer, I'm stealing your idea.
That is
I'm telling
so,
everyone.
That is I've
He's
never even
part
thought about that.
of the
that's
go-
that's
he's part
probably what's.
Of the
Wait, who
government.
says 100 is the biggest number when you can just do 101?
Wait,
Dude,
wait.
Wait. No.
100 is pretty big.
101, 102.
No, but 100 is pretty big though. Like
I
think
know, I
about
know.
it.
Wait,
But
wait. Big D,
we
Big
all
D.
know. Okay.
I'm gonna take this to the fucking extreme, right? Ready?
What?
110!
No!
No, that's called
No!
like-
Oh my god!
up.
My brain. I
We
didn't
need, to
even.
get this, we need to get this boy into Harvard.
My dick is shriveling.
Listen.
Wait.
It's
Wait.
100.
No,
100!
you have your scholarship into Harvard. What else?
No! Wait, 300,
Oh my
Wait.
god, you guys are both geniuses.
Wait! 600!
700.
1,000!
3,000.
Wait.
3,000. 3,000.
I felt that one.
Ford.
Wait.
Z.
Wait.
My head hurts.
Wait! Diarrhea!
No.
Wait.
Don't inflict us with your spell.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Techno.
Wait.
Yes.
If
I think we're getting a little bit off topic.
Wait. If 100, if 100 is the biggest number, how does PewDiePie have over 100 million subscribers?
That's not
Dave,
even a
that's,
number.
no,
He probably-
you're just
yeah.
making stuff up.
Yeah, you're just adding letters to it now. Or no, I don't
It's
believe it
not
anymore.
100. It's 100M, and M stands for Mossum. So it's
Yeah.
100 Mossums. And it's like
Alright,
how
I'm
much
gonna
you
take,
get every
a
day.
complete 180. What are you guys' opinions on laser tag?
Laser tag is
Oh,
like the best
awesome.
one ever
I
invented.
think we should
I
buy
haven't
a
played-
tag thing
I
so
played
we
with
can
real
no launder our
lasers.
money.
I got laser X too.
I
We
played
should-
with real lasers.
Yeah, just play with the laser
Wait,
beam on
wait.
head.
Wait, Big Zach, does your laser tag have a Daniel? Because that's how you launder your money.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Damn,
What?
Danielle.
Like
Uh,
Just flip out of here, bro.
bro, you need to flip and chill, dog.
Breaking Bad reference.
Breaking Bad. I love Breaking Bad. Now, I may have never watched Breaking Bad before, but I love Breaking Bad.
How have you not
I thought you were watching it. I know you haven't
I
finished
make
it.
it.
I've watched it
I make it a
mentally,
point to make
spiritually.
it. I make it a point to make it my whole personality because I have nothing else.
I see
I'm
people
most-
living their happy lives, and I go, they are stupid, and then I put Walter White over
I
them.
see people living their happy lives, and I go up to them, and I'm just like, "Hey, want to see this Breaking Bad YouTube short?"
It's like, no, I'm having dinner with my family. Please leave us alone. And
Hey,
then
no,
I
no.
watch
But
them
Walter
anyways.
White walking with like some altered colors and like funk music in the background.
And Sigma Male like grinds it uncaptions.
Yeah.
Rare fish.
YouTube Shorts. It's for NPCs.
I think
Yeah.
some
Guys,
of
want to
us.
upload that new TikTok now?
I hate TikTok. Proceeds to go on YouTube Shorts.
Something about the Sigma grind.
It's just the same stuff, just
I
filtered
think-
out like 8 months later.
I think that we've
Yeah.
talked about this before. No, not before.
Okay, that's okay. We're gonna wrap it up.
Alright.
Think about this. Sigma grind set, rare fish.
Yes, I've been wanting to talk about this, but
See?
now that the market is rising in the past couple days, I think we should really be talking about the economy of rare fish. Like tropical and freshwater.
Yes.
I like
Where's
koi
the best
fish.
place to purchase a rare
Yeah.
fish?
At one of those like Japanese places where they have like the or I don't even know if it's Japanese, but they have like the pond where like the fish swim in, and you can
Oh,
get
the
the
koi.
No,
you
but
can throw
what
the koi fish, but you can throw the coins into the pond, and like I saw people doing that, and there was like a bunch of copper in the pond, and like the fish were dying because of it. So I was like, wow, what a great idea!
But what if you
I
want those
saw-
rare fish
I-
from the ground?
I,
Where would you
I
get from the
saw
ground?
Asian. I saw Asian.
Shut the fuck up.
Asian?
We're
I
talking about rare fish.
Okay, so we already know from we can get those
From-
koi fish.
from
What if you
Breaking
wanted
Bad.
them from the earth, from the ground? What if you want? Where would you possibly get those fish?
Just stick your hand in the ground and like catch one like a primitive.
Have you guys seen? Do you guys remember those videos where like people just like dig a hole in the ground and then like pour like a soda?
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
they put like egg in there.
Yeah, no, they put a Mentos in it and then like it just like drive the fish out of the ground.
I think they planned.
Yeah, those are all fake, by the way.
Yeah, I
That
know.
is that is fake marketing.
I love seeing
They're not
like,
rare
fish.
comments
They're
are like,
common
well,
fish, okay?
actually, like the carbon dioxide from the Mentos in the soda is like actually driving the fish out of the ground. It's fish out of the ground.
actually, you're wrong.
And then I bash their head in, and then they're like, never mind. Like, it's how to win an
actually-
argument.
Can I talk about my experience with rare fish?
Yes,
course.
you can.
So I used to have a 10-gallon fish tank full of rare fishes of all kinds.
Ooh, dude,
So,
that-
and one time, my first fish I got, his name was Bob, and he was like a goldfish with a really big belly, and it was so funny because he was fat, but I hate fat people. So,
I want to know
very
why,
valid
Yeah.
as
opinion.
kids, we all thought Bob was like the funniest name ever.
Bob was so funny.
Bob takes over your mind, your spirit, and your body.
And then,
Oh,
and then we got the same type of fish like a year later, and then there was this flatfish.
Mm.
He looks stupid.
Flat
So-
Stanley.
I like flat bitches.
We need to
Yeah,
talk
so-
about Flat Stanley after you're done.
Yeah, and then
Actually,
no, up until a year ago, I got rid of the tank because that stupid flatfish had been living way past its expiration date. You know when they're supposed to expire? Like
When?
a week. Like a week. It's like milk. Like they're supposed to expire. But no, this one
you're
lived
supposed to leave them out in the hot, dirty sun.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
I
all
hate
done.
it. Okay,
Oh,
Flat Stanley.
oh, flats. Wait, can I say something real quick?
Yes, you can.
All right, this is a fast topic. Don't spend too much time on it. I'm just gonna go out right and say Keith is the most unattractive male name that I could think of.
Okay,
Anybody
so
else have
Flat
one?
Stanley.
Actually,
I think Brandon is like the worst one.
No, I think Keith is way more unattractive.
No, Brandon sucks.
Brandon? No, Brandon doesn't suck. I think Keith is the most unattractive because like
Keith
it's
is
spelled
awful.
weird.
Any of
What
the
about, like,
super basic names, like I don't know, like if you get like John or Michael, those are like super basic names that I can think.
I don't know. Sometimes simpler is better because like when like you're trying to go like exotic, it just
I know,
like
but,
seems
like-
like you're a douchebag.
Yeah, but sometimes
but,
like oh,
think
like
about
you're like
stuff
the
like-
100th
If you're
person.
fucking-
God.
Like super
Hold on,
basic,
hold on.
like super
Hold on.
basic.
Everyone stop talking.
I have the perfect analogy here. If you're all right, so let's say you're having sex, right?
Mhm.
And the girl says, "Oh, Keith, That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
Keith,
See,
like no.
here's the problem with that. I don't like women, so I wouldn't have that
That's a
experience.
different, way different.
Completely different experience.
I get it.
You know, they might say that.
All right, Flat Stanley.
Yes, Flat Stanley. So, think about, he got pressed by a big board that pressed him into a flat Stanley, and he is known as Flat Stanley from now on. And he could slip and slop all over the world, kind of like me with my goop powers, but I'm not a fraud. Flat Stanley is a complete and utter fraud. First of all,
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
his origin story, big origin story. I don't know if anyone wants to fact check me on this, but he's on his bed and this big press board falls on him, right? And then
Wait, no. I thought he was like moving like a glass table, and the glass table crushed him.
no,
I thought he was lying in bed and then a giant painting fell on him.
it was not a painting. You know what? I can look it up
I
with my
thought
comically
it came out of
my
the mom's
comically
vagina,
loud
so-
keyboard.
He came out of the vagina's flat.
Okay.
And ever since he's been flat.
Oh, you're right.
Here
he
it
was
is.
in bed.
Found it. The
Yeah, he's
author
in bed.
is Jeff Brown. He created the character Flat Stanley when his own son made a little little joke that he thought his bulletin board over his bed would fall on him and flatten him in his sleep.
What a stupid fucking kid.
I think
Honestly,
that
he probably
kid's
should have fucking
really
dropped
smart.
that on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Fucking kill him.
I've tried to recreate this story multiple times. I've dropped many bulletin boards over my big giant head, and it only caused minor brain damage, but no flatness. I'm still 3D. Some might say.
Try it again.
I've tried over 100 times.
No, try a heavier object,
No,
clearly.
no. But think about this. I had something heavier than Flat Stanley, and he only
try a
tried
brick.
once. He only did it once.
Well, it's because he doesn't have your alpha energy and like big bones, so like yeah, he's only heavier.
I sucked all the alpha out of me. I played Genshin Impact right before doing it.
Oh,
Whoa.
I completely got rid of the entire.
do you guys know that bodybuilders, when they're trying to like bulk, they just play Genshin for like 3 seconds and they're already like 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
1 second converts to 100 pounds.
Now,
That
what game
reminds
would
me
do
of
the
someone.
exact opposite of that? We know what would gain you about 300 pounds instantly, but what would make you subtract in weight?
Throwing up.
Chess.
Pooping.
Yeah.
Peeing.
Competitive pooping.
You ever see that guy that ate like a bunch of like as much fiber as he possibly
I
could?
have
Eats 20-pound poop.
10-pound poop. I
20.
would cry if I was in that situation. I would simply cry. I would
I
bawl.
want to see if that's real.
That is very real. And
I'm gonna
he's
try
still
it and
trying.
lose
He's still
weight.
trying.
I'm,
You know those
I'm gonna
those,
lose
those
20
fig
pounds.
fiber fig bars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, he was eating
Oh.
those.
I hate figs.
Figs? Fig
Except
mittens?
you know, figs are actually pretty good. Like if they're an ingredient.
Ugh.
Is this all a dream?
Unfortunately, not.
Okay. Fig. You know what do you strudels? Danish
Toast strudels are crazy.
Apple strudel.
toaster strudel. I have not had one in I think 50 or so years.
He stops beating.
I used to have
Oh my
the
God.
what they usually put in the toaster, the Pillsbury Doughboy toast strudels. Oh my god,
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
those
I
are not.
I
Real.
did not even put the frosting on them. I just took the frosting out of the packet.
That's actually
I-
so.
I want the Pillsbury Doughboy to run a train through me. Just-
He's big and around and
Using
sweet in the
Ghostbusters.
right places. Listen, I
Yes.
think. What are you guys' opinions on the big Pop Tart versus toaster strudel debate?
Have you ever put butter on a Pop Tart?
I would say
Good.
I
You
am
ever put butter on a
taking.
Pop Tart?
Please, big sack. I
Okay.
am taking the Pop Tart in five. Like it's just such.
There's
It's
so
just
much
such a
flavor.
good thing. For breakfast, lunch, as a snack, Pop Tart wins. It's such an easy
Oh.
debate.
The only Debbie Downer to that is it's loaded with red 40.
That's only the red ones.
Bro,
giant
No.
belly, giant
Pop-Tarts-
belly full of red food.
when Pop-Tarts hit the hardest after sex, you just like after you're done, you just like pull out a Pop-Tart. It's like, what are you doing? It's like,
I'm sure I
the fuck
absolutely.
you think I'm doing, whore? And then I slap her.
Mm.
And I eat a Pop-Tart.
After I make some girl's anus prolapse, I love just chopping down
You have
on
no
a Pop-Tart.
Howie, I can't remember his last name. All I think of is the prolapse. But Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that video in its heyday? It popped up on my For You page.
I did not.
No, you did not?
I did not have that on my For You page, thankfully.
So you're stupid.
I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it made me smile. On the topic of Debbie Downers, I want to talk about the other members of the family, the one take Jakes, the the two take Toms, I
have no idea.
There's the alliteration family. For an example, the Real Ones podcast is we are all one take Jakes. It only takes one take to get us going and throughout the entire podcast. We never have to stop. It's always one take. And there are two take Tonys, which are other worse podcasts where they have to take 2 or more takes to get through a project.
Joe Rogan, we are coming for you.
Yes, we are coming for you, Joe Rogan. Every other podcast, they have to take breaks. They literally, all they do is they go blah, and then they talk and talk and talk, and
That's funny.
they do. Yeah, I love blah.
I'm so blah.
Bleh.
No, I'd say all of us we're kind of rambunctious Ronnies.
That's like a Fortnite emote.
Yeah,
Alright, I have a serious question for all of us.
boisterous Bonnies. Yes.
Can we consider Pop-Tart Crisps top 5 Pop-Tarts?
What are those?
What are those?
Sounds like a
You-
British Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
A crisp.
They're not. You take 5 seconds to look up Pop-Tart Crisps.
Sorry, I'm
I
not.
will
like,
do that with my
fucking-
comically loud.
Has anyone ever had a Pop-Tart Crisp before?
No.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
So look it up.
Strawberry-licious Pop-Tarts. I've heard of these.
I'm actually like into like not dying at 40. So
For those of
I'm
you
good.
at home, I'm gonna put up a picture of Pop-Tart Crisps right here. I just want you to stare at that. How do y'all feel about that? You guys know what it is? It's right up on screen. Oh, there's 2 of them now. Oh no, there's just one. Okay, so
my
They,
Lord.
you
they
see
can be
those
considered
Pop-Tart
top 3
Crisps?
Pop-Tart.
So strawberry-licious, licious. Okay.
That's
Delicious.
that's the best flavor. That's the best flavor.
That is the best flavor. I've never had this.
To me, it's the best flavor.
I'd be hard pressed if we could actually buy this as the Real Ones as a whole as a bank account of 4 cents. But
No, I have $1 million. Sorry, 100.
okay, big shot. If I ever rob a lady and she has these on her, I'll be sure to eat them up. So
Yes.
what exactly about this makes you gobble them down?
It's the taste, and then I saw a video on YouTube that said it was really good. So I just me.
Children today are so gullible with ads.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rape you.
Children under
Yeah.
the ages of 4 cannot play with Legos.
But people over the age of 99 also can.
No, yeah, they're not allowed.
That is a huge conspiracy that we should talk about on the Real Ones podcast. So, Real Ones, on Legos. What do you think? Why can old people not play with Legos? I have a theory in my head, but if anyone has anything, they might speak up.
They're made of bombs, and if you're over 100, they're gonna go off and they're gonna explode in your face, and they're gonna kill you.
Very interesting.
So don't.
My thought is that people over the age of 99, they're smart. They're wise. They have a lot of wisdom carrying with them. That's why all the old people, the dying and decrepit people, run every country in the world. All of them are old, they're decrepit, and they're dying, and they're not going to live another year. But they have a lot of wisdom, you see? So what do people with wisdom build? Just with little Legos.
Toilets.
They build bombs.
Puppets.
They build guns.
What?
They will build a gun, a bomb, all these malicious
No,
weaponry
if I were
with the
these
Legos.
old wise people, I would build a toilet bomb because if you're going poop, boom.
That's
This
crazy.
is why we're confronting the norm. Listen, the norm. Old people, they just wanna, they just wanna build malicious stuff. We're not like that. We are big. We're accepting. We're open arms. We are all a conglomerate, a unit. We are the real ones, you know?
Yeah.
Conglomerate, like a rock.
Conglomerate, like conjoined.
Like the rock.
Listen, about rocks, and about the rock, and about the foundation,
if
about
you-
Fortnite, the Chrome from Fortnite. Did SpongeBob copy Fortnite? The one episode where Squidward was Chrome.
If you guys didn't know, all 5 of us are actually conjoined twins. Just
That's
a
not how you
fun
say it.
fact.
Conjoined.
Conjoined.
We're all
He's the
conjoined
stupid one.
twins.
You know,
We're
we decided after the last
I
episode.
eat erasers.
After the last episode, we felt so close together that we know we needed to we had to conjoin to just build our bond. We've actually just been sitting in we're just a mass of arms and flesh.
It's honestly it's a very beautiful sight.
It's very comfy. I feel like I have my own chair all the time.
Yeah.
It's basically just a handicapped person though, so.
Yeah.
So on Chromium, there are multiple things with the name Chrome. Google Chrome, Fortnite Chrome, and also SpongeBob Chrome. Listen,
SpongeBob and Particle copied Fortnite.
they
Bro,
did.
Particle got me fucked up, bro.
Listen,
No.
and then one of the lines, Squirt says future.
Or
He
Squirt.
Said, Squirt. He said
Bro, why they give
Squirt.
Squirt such a big nose, bro?
Bro, hell no,
Squirt.
bro. Squirt got me fucked up, man.
Listen, Squirt got. He said
Bro,
future.
Squirt be
You know what
hating
they
on
did in
Particle,
Fortnite?
bro.
They went to the future, so they're copying them. It's so.
Can I-
You can see it.
Can I just say something about the economics of SpongeBob?
I don't
Bro.
have to tell you.
Okay. Dude, Squirt be hating on Particle and, like, shoot, you know? Because they're just trying to make the bag.
Where's Spanx Dog?
Bag shop.
I say we go down to Bikini Bottom and give Squirt a lesson.
I need to meet Spinach, bro. It's my dream.
Yeah.
So,
Which one's spinach again?
as Sparnchtidge.
Squirt.
Sparchgob Spinchbard. Sprerg. I think those
I think
words
we're
are getting
getting a little off topic.
Sponge Bing Spong Sponge. Have you ever listened to the SpongeBob, not the SpongeBob soundtrack, but the official SpongeBob albums, which has hit songs like Barnacles, The Best Day Ever, and the many more. Cry.
I would be hyped to receive SpongeBob on vinyl.
I've talked about this before. I've talked about this in an episode of Fortnite, Real Ones Gaming's Fortnite Edition Episode 1. You guys have to watch that. If you're not watching it, just get off right now. You're not.
It's one of our
You're not.
best episodes.
Almost. I think our second episode of Fortnite is better, but it's put up for debate. You know, I want to kind of steer us into a different direction about a new topic. There's a new phenomenon capturing the world right now. It's called Overwatch 2.
Oh.
Overwatch 2. Listen.
Uh,
Blah. I know, right? Overwatch 2. I want to think. Yeah, poop. It is poopy. You know, I think that Overwatch has a serious problem. In that, there is no Bastion. Bastion is the best character in the game.
he's so balanced too.
It's so awesome. He's literally a robot with a machine gun, and he's just not in the game. And
They should make Winston have like
That's like the
infinite
coolest
health.
thing ever.
Some are arguing that Bastion never existed. He is a part of the Mandela effect.
Ooh.
Just
No,
like
it's possible.
the other Simpson, just like Curious George. Curious George.
No, wait. What's his name? Like Bargle or something?
Graggle.
Graggle. No, it's Graggle.
It's just like how Curious George, he never existed. It's also kind of like how the Monopoly Man was actually the Monopoly Woman.
And Pikachu, he doesn't have a tail.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
has no
stripe.
tail.
There's no stripe. There's no stripe on
no,
the. Actually,
no, he has no
has
tail.
ass. Yeah, he has no ass.
He has no tail. Okay. So, one of the big, other than Mandela effect, which is actually, before I go on to that, I want to talk about how the Mandela effect interacts and changes our perspective on the world by traveling through time.
What the fuck?
The other day, I decided I was bored. I was going to travel through different realities. So, I went to one that was pretty close to ours, and then I started seeing like these subtle... I've done this before, so I know what I'm doing. So, I started to see these things like, oh, in this one, it is named the Berenstein Bears. Oh, in this one, Pikachu does have a tail. And I started thinking, wait a minute. We used to live here. We traveled, hopped dimensions without even knowing it. Have you ever thought about that? These other
Guys, the
dimensions.
Mandela effect just dropped, but apparently Particle is Patrick.
Oh my god, not another. Do you think that how fast can we transport from universes to? It's like Rick and Morty. Do you think how fast can we transport from these universes? Oh my god, it's got my brain racking, and it's got my. It's got me confused. Back on Overwatch for a little bit. Something a little funny. The devs of Overwatch. The devs of Overwatch, they made it so you cannot access their character files, right? Can't make new stuff, and you know what that means?
What does that mean?
That means that there will be, and I'm sorry for my French, I'll say it a bit quiet, just so some of you who are a little attuned don't have to listen to me here. I'll be real. I'll get my ASMR going. There will be no Overwatch, but PORN.
It's outrageous.
Oh my god! And there wouldn't be any. And I'm very sorry for this, but it is a very impending topic. But can you believe this?
I
No.
need that.
It's been only a couple days.
It helped me get through college.
I think when I heard about that, I started to get dizzy. I started vomiting. I started dying, collapsing on the floor. But a little of light, you could call them mercy, came to me. And you know what it told me? After
What?
only 4 days, the code has already been leaked.
Thanks
So-
the Lord.
It means peace is restored. Everything will be back to normal, and the trends are serving. The trends are going up and away. Listen, everything here has a purpose. Everything. If one thing suddenly gets ripped away from you, that could just cause you to break down. And I feel like that was what the deeper community, let's just call it, of Overwatch was to me. And the fact that...
I'm gonna go watch some Overwatch Prawn right now.
Okay. You know, I do not doubt him. And I don't expect him to be back. So while he's gone, I'd like to tell tell a little story. Hi.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I'm back.
I didn't even have to leave. I just did
Techno.
it instantly.
Techno, how was it?
It's bleeding.
What's bleeding?
I beat it too hard.
I'm so
What
sad
did you
for
beat
you.
too hard?
I know. We are. It was very
I'm back.
uncomfortable watching you do it because you just did it in the room with us. But, you know, as I saw you doing
fucking
it, I saw something in my eyes. This is a story. A big story. You know, it's a bigger story. So if any of you have anything else you want to say, try and I want you to have the floor.
What are we talking about?
Oh, it's just a personal story. So if there was any loose threads you wanted to talk about, just go for it before I go on I'd say a longer story.
Can we please limit it?
Well, I'm giving you the floor now, just so I have a bit of room for myself.
Okay, I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
And listen, I'll give you breaks in the middle, just in case you want to get your stuff out, but I will have to come back to it, so... Technomancer, anything you want to say?
Not currently.
Big Sack?
Sorry, state the topic again. I was.
Do you have anything you want to say before I go on a story? Anything on your mind?
No, I have nothing.
Canal, anything? Anything you want to note?
Wait, actually, I do have something. Sorry.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know the hot squirrel from SpongeBob?
Squirtle?
Sandy Cheeks?
No,
Yeah.
I think it was. Oh, what was it? It's on the tip of my tongue. I think it was.
Squong.
No, that's Swan.
Just like the absolute baddie from SpongeBob, like the absolute fucking, like, goddamn, I'm losing my mind.
The Texan?
Shingles?
I do have something to state. Real quick.
Okay. You have the floor, Big Sack.
Yeah, I'm so fucking horny right now. I'm just out here stroking my dick and just, oh my god, this Overwatch porn got me overworked.
Fuck.
You can make yourself at home as you are at home, but
Thank God.
I'm gonna make do. So
Yeah, you're sure.
the other day, I walked as it's hard to walk these days. All the cars and buses, it's kind of broken and so. But I walked to what I thought was going to be a great day, almost like a field trip, but a personal field trip. I went to the U.S. Mint, and at first it was kind of Christmas time, so I was in my Christmas mood. I had like a big Santa fit on. I was in the mood. But when I walked in, I realized it wasn't actually about the making of mints and about Christmas and candy canes. So I was a little upset, and I was a little angry, and I stole a bunch of money. Because it was just laying there. Like, I don't know why they had that much money if they were like a mint place. So, but anyway, I took it, and then I just shoved it in my pocket. But I decided, hey, whatever, I might as well just stay here. So there was actually, like, on that day, conveniently, there was a tour guide. So I was like, perfect. Take a tour. I love tours. Tour de France, So,
That's not what that is.
yes, it is. So I went on this tour, and it showed you so many things. The first stop that we went to, it had this giant pool of coins. Just these gold coins, and I was like, who could possibly have this much money? And you know what it is? It's
The coin space like mint.
you know what? I'll get into that in a minute. I was like, who has this much money? And the lady said, oh, it's the government. The government owns all this money. The government is the one providing all this stuff. And I was like, but okay. We went down. We were supposed to go down to our next stop, but I kind of trailed behind a little. I was feeling a little bit. I was still confused. I was still in the mindset of I needed to know who actually owned that, because I didn't really believe her. So I trailed back. I went back. It was this giant bridge. I went back. I trailed back. And there was a little door right by the coins. There was a little door, and I decided I would open it. So I opened the door. and it was like a big vault. So I was like, well, I got this far, so I opened the vault, and lo and behold, I see Scrooge McDuck diving into a pool of coins. And I
So
think,
remind
oh my
me-
god.
Who is Scrooge McDuck?
Scrooge McDuck is like
Here, Mickey, I have a great thing to say for this.
Mhm.
Scrooge McDuck. You know how like in that one episode where Peter Griffin wins the lottery, right? A Family Guy.
Yes, I know.
Dr. Seuss.
hello.
Dr. Seuss.
He responded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
she responded.
and then Peter was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy a pool full of gold coins like Scrooge McDuck, and then he dives in to the thing of coins. He's like, oh my god, it's not a liquid, but a many solid layers of
Oh yeah.
coins that make a solid layer of cold metal.
Mm.
That's Scrooge McDuck, but not Peter Griffin. He's a duck.
So that's very insightful and actually very relevant to what I'm gonna say in this story. So just fanning back into what this was. Scrooge McDuck, pull of coins. I was on this balcony and there was nowhere else but down. So I saw him diving in the coins. And I was like, I need to do that. So I cannonballed in. I must have dropped like 100 feet, and I just it was like water. I was swimming through this gold. And I was being so happy, but I then remembered I don't know how to swim. So I started to like sink and drown in the coins, and I soon lost control of my body, and I kept going down and down, and I felt like I was sinking for hours and hours, but eventually I got to the bottom. But the crazy part is there was no bottom. As I slipped through the end of the gold chute, I landed under another basement. This is where things get interesting. I saw myself face to face with not Scrooge, not the Scrooge McDuck, but the Christmas Scrooge. Christmas time Scrooge, the Scrooge who goes bah humbug. Now, this was almost a dream of mine. I mean, I was wearing my Santa costume still. I was ecstatic. I was like, bah, oh my god, it's good. It's good. It's good. I went up to him and I asked for his autograph, and he was like, bah. And he grabbed me. He grabbed me. Yes, exactly like that. He grabbed me by the wrists, and he pulled me out of my body, and I was just a little spirit floating. And he said, "You will know the true meaning of Christmas." And he went through. First, we went through Christmas Past, and it displayed what he showed to me was something monetary related. It was money. It was these poor children who had no money. They were starving. They had nothing. And then Scrooge said, "Don't you see all this money?" Yeah, but I cut him off because I was laughing too hard because one of them tripped and fell and they died. So he quickly grabbed me again, and he went to Christmas money present, and he said, Look at Elon Musk. Look at Elon Musk." And he has all this money. And all he does, he sits on his butt. He sits on his butt. He sits on his butt, and he goes on Twitter all day. He doesn't do anything. He goes on Twitter, and all he does is he tweets. He goes blah 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 blah, and he tries to act like a common man. And as he was saying this, Scrooge talked to me. He said, "Isn't this sad? Isn't this so sad? How this multi-billionaire can save millions and millions of lives, but all he does is he sits on his butt." But I didn't care. I pressed the nuke button that was sitting right next to him. And he said, no. And then he took me straight into Christmas's future. Now, Christmas's future was very scary. It was all black. And I felt like nothing. And I felt nothing. And I saw nothing. And there was nothing there. Forever. And then he dragged me back. And then he said, "Listen, you clearly do not..." He dragged me back to real time. He said, "Clearly you do not understand the true meaning of Christmas." And at this point, he was like, we're gonna go back to the top, and you're gonna go back, and you're gonna stay with the tour because you don't understand. So he swam me back up all the way up like a billion feet. So he swam me back up, and at that point we had bonked heads with Scrooge McDuck. I said, "Blah! You can't go in here." So then Scrooge, the Christmas Scrooge, was like, "Do you want to fight?" And then Scrooge McDuck was like, "Yes." So I was like, whoa, we can't be here. So I took them both outside in my private jet. So we went outside, and I said to Scrooge, who was a big meanie poo to me with the Christmas one, I said, "This would be a fair fight." And they said the other one, who was I've never talked to, I was like, "This would be a fair fight." I said, "Begin," and they started fighting, and then I just stopped and watched, and I thought, this is horrifying. They're just beating each other up. This isn't the meaning of Christmas. This is the meaning of Halloween. And then, Mr. Salem from the Salem Witch Trials came out, and he was like, "Blah," and he had a pumpkin for a head, and he was riding a horse, and he took out a shotgun and killed both of them, and then I ran on the horse with him until daybreak. It was awesome.
Okay.
And that's it. That's my story.
That's it?
Yes, that's my story.
That's all you had to say?
I know, it's a bit short, but I thought it was just, it really related to the messages that we portrayed today in this podcast.
Okay.
I like to go. I want to read out a paragraph.
Okay.
All right. Let me grab my mic. Your memory closer to my mouth. The siege of Sarajevo, Serbo-Croatian Opsada Sarajevo, was a prolonged blockade of Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina, during the Bosnian War and the Bosnian Genocide. After it was initially besieged by the forces of the Yugoslav People's Army, the city was then besieged by the Army of the Republic Srpska from 5th of April 1992 to 29 February 1996. 1,425 days. It lasted 3 times longer than the Battle of Stalingrad, more than a year longer than the Siege of Leningrad, a few months longer than the Siege of Madrid, and the Siege of Deir ez-Zor, and was the longest siege of a capital city in the history of modern warfare.
Wow. Bosnia and Herzegovina is truly one of my favorite countries.
One of
in
those
this
was
world.
actually Bosnian.
Are you guys Bosnian?
I'm
He has Bosnian ties.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on Croatia taking up the entire coastline of Bosnia and Herzegovina?
Man,
It
fuck
takes,
Croatia.
Croatia, it takes up the entire... Have you ever seen a map of Croatia and Bosnia and Herzegovina?
Yeah.
It takes up...
Yeah, I lived there.
Oh, of course. So you would know this. It takes up the entire coastline.
We don't got no
selfish.
beaches.
No, I don't know anything about the historical past of them, but I just know that is unfair and that they should give it back. Because imagine how much money they would make off beaches. Listen, do you guys know the countries of the world? Have you ever taken a test where they tell you the countries of the world?
Yeah.
I sure have, and I consider myself an expert of anywhere except Africa and Oceania.
Well, that's like Oceania is like 2 countries, bro.
It's like it's a
Oceania
subset
is
of like
not real.
It's a subset of like 10
It's made
more
by the
like
government.
super tiny like places. It's confusing.
No, it's Australia and New Zealand. That's
Those
it.
are okay. Yes. So I
And
do
Australia is
know.
not even real.
What do you think of New Zealand versus Zimbabwe?
Oh, nah. New Zealand is like. Have you ever watched rugby before?
I have.
It's like that is the pure testosterone sport.
Have you ever seen the ritual that some of them do before?
Yeah.
In rugby where they go ooga cha ooga ooga ooga, and then they just
Yeah.
imitate. It's so cool, so epic. It's so cool.
Yeah.
In
So-
rugby,
Can I talk about what my trip around the world would be like?
of course.
So, I would be leaving my home country of Bosnia
Mhm.
and traveling down to Mongolia to see. there's some Mongolian fishing boots that
Ooh, yeah,
Big
yeah.
T will show us. So those are very nice specialty in the Mongolian grasslands. I would just love to have a pair, just because I'm so far away from home, you know. And I would go fishing for rare fishes, big investment, you know.
Mhm.
And then I would travel down to New Zealand for some uncles. You know the uncle trade.
Oh yeah.
I have a Bosnian uncle and a stupid cousin. He doesn't even speak English.
I never got into the uncle trade. I mean, I've owned a couple uncles, but I never got into
It's
the
like
trade.
bonds except with people.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Uncles, like not like you know, like
Who?
Mr. Fart.
More like Mr. Fart, because we can't say that name.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw up. All right, and then I would travel over to New Zealand for some rugby
Okay.
and the uncle trade. You know, it's just like in the Great Gatsby
Mm-hmm.
that it's what's his name, like Nick. Nick goes over to New York for bonds. I go to New Zealand for the uncle trade. You feel me?
Oh yeah, I mean the uncle tree. It's kind of like the fountain of wisdom, except it just sprouts out uncles. It's like almost like the opposite of the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
The fountain of cum.
Some say that is the
We're not
fountain of
talking
youth.
about that.
As you know, it has medicinal properties, but let's not get into that.
Studies show that if uncles give you money,
Uh-huh.
I'm back.
you're a genuinely happy person.
Oh, welcome
You know,
back.
It's an
Thank
antidepressant.
you.
Do you have anything interesting to say about where you went? Oh shit.
All right, so basically, basically the war in Iran was kind of like, inflamed. So I had to go there to give more guns to both sides so that more fighting happens because, like, I'm a greedy son of a bitch. So I play both sides of the war, obviously.
Obviously.
Profit.
Obviously.
Yeah, profit.
Obviously.
So yeah, I made a bunch of money. Yeah, it's pretty good. I then used that money to donate to my favorite local charities. Just kidding. I hate charities. I used it all myself, and yeah, that was it.
Is this a odd god moment?
Yeah, it's an odd moment.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
Shit, he's serious about this one.
I'm not. Why would I joke about something like this?
No, I just had to make sure, because, if it's not, well, sketchy.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
There have been a lot of wars in my lifetime. In fact, I think I've lived through all of them. And I have to say, the worst one was the one that I participated the most in was the Emu War. I was an emu. I was one of them. I was in their pack.
Oh,
I was
no.
in their herd. I was striding with them. They were my brothers.
What are the people that live in the igloos? What is that?
Penguins.
Eskimos.
Those are penguins.
No. Eskimos. Yeah, those are like emos, right? Same thing.
No,
No, you say emu.
emus.
Like
They are
Emu.
birds.
No, I get so confused. Is emo the bird? Like the
An,
No,
big bird?
an
emo-
emu is the bird, and emo is
It's like a weird person. It's like that one. It's like someone who like kills themselves or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But an emu is a big bird, and I was in a pack with them. I was running around with them, and those were some of the most blissful times in my life. We were eating others'
Bliss.
crops.
You're just experiencing like complete bliss when you were running with the emus, right?
Yes.
It's
So-
wild.
Yeah. I was,
the emus
and then they took a
eat each
machine
other?
gun to us.
But didn't the emus win that war?
They did, but they used machine guns on us. It's because I was there. I was there with a big sword.
Wait, how are you able to hold the sword with your feathers?
No, I wasn't. You know how Dr. Doofenshmirtz was raised by wolves?
Yeah.
It was kind of like me with emus. I was just kind of there.
Yeah,
But
for
I,
real.
I was there. They knew who I was. I was their brother. I wasn't anything above that. I was just with them. You know, we were chill. I was Mark. You know, what? Ooh, giant thing we have to talk about. Markiplier's OnlyFans.
Oh my
Did he actually
lord.
make one?
He
Or I
he
thought that
will
was like
make
a-
one if
I thought it was a
the
cockpit.
if their podcast is #1 on the charts. But that won't happen, unfortunately, because we're on #1s of the charts all the time, 24/7.
Yes, it's a
So
no
I'm sorry,
OnlyFans.
Markiplier fans. You know, I would have wanted to see it too, but I'm just this podcast. You know, I've tried to tank this podcast multiple times, and it just does not work. It is a force beyond humans.
Bleh.
Anyone
Bro, who just farted?
like
Oh,
like
Anything else that we want to talk about?
no, then we're good.
I think this is about time that we wrap it up. This has been a very, very good episode. We just hit our cap. Any final words before I take it out? Actually,
Can I say something?
yes. Oh my
Thank you.
god.
That was so wet.
Ugh.
I wish I was there to put in a jar.
Dr. Seuss, you just want to take it from here. You're doing such a wonderful job.
Do you have any requests?
No. Just
can you
free bullet, and then
fart
we'll
a
end it
minor?
on. This is
Can
gonna
you
end on a
fart?
high note.
Actually, no. Can you fart in F sharp?
All right, thank
I'm
you.
not a music theory major.
Thank you.
Music theory majors when they have to do the slow / reverb class.
And it all sounds like fart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our teacher made me take an editing course on CapCut. So,
Awesome. Anyways, now that we got all our farts and toots out, I think it's time that we wrap it up. Thank you
So-
guys for listening.
thanks for all the giggles and farts.
Giggles and farts and happiness and laughter and stories. We'd love to see you next time. Before then, keep it real and see you later.